Welcome to Dynasty Warriors 7, and this playthrough was supposed to be after Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires, but problems happened. By problems I mean my internet and modem. They were acting up, and every time I tried to play the game, or at least record it for the channel, it would reset itself and throw me back to the start screen. One of the main problems I have with this game. Well, actually, this is a major problem. All the rest is just some nitpicks or something like that. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, despite whatever nitpicks I have, this game is still fun. And of course, it wouldn't be a Dynasty Warriors game without one of the characters owning face. In this one, it would be Xiao Yun. Just like he pretty much shunked Dong Zhuo's battleship in 6 and took on Soapy's army by himself in 5. But one of the awesome things you can actually do in a game is kick a horse in the face. Because that's awesome. Well, in this game, not in real life. Don't try to kick a horse in real life, folks. Anyway, there's just so much crazy, over-the-top action that it is not hard for you to get 1,000 kills in this game. That I guarantee you. But I've gotten this in September, and I've been playing this over and over and over again since. And I still haven't gotten bored. Now then, about this LP. I had set this video up. Yeah, there was a video I uploaded to try to get the audience's interaction into which kingdom that they wanted to see me start first. Seeing as how nobody actually saw or took the time to watch, or probably didn't care, I basically am going to start off with Shu. I instead am going to use that video to link to the playthroughs as I complete them. And I'm also going to play this on easy mode, and you want to know why? Not because I'm a pussy, but because difficulty does not matter in this game. You thought it was bad in Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires, where you will get to level 50 regardless of the level, and the only thing they'll give you is a few measly bonus points? This game, not so much. You have to do combos over 8 hits, and take out officers at the same time. Oh, and there's no leveling system here.
The Yellow Turbans are upon us! You have to save our village! Know your place! We are the Imperial Army! We have no time to waste with worthless plans! Help! The Yellow Turbans! Our village!
Leave everything to us.
Damn, the Imperial Army are jerks. Anyway, I'm not kidding. There is no level system here in this game. As a matter of fact, those skill points is what unlocks your combos, and the skill points also unlock certain other skills. Also, you'll have to beat certain amount of enemies to unlock seals for various skills you can add on to your weapon. Oh, and now for the button layout. X and Y are usually your attack buttons. X for the weak attack and Y for the strong attack. A is to jump. B is for Musou, although you can have up to 2 Musou, or, well, through skills anyway. And you can have like any more if you add on to it with skills. Let me stop for a second, because we're going to another cutscene. I'll try not to talk to the cutscenes.
During the later Han period, the signs of impending rebellion were everywhere. Corruption within the imperial court had thrown the land into chaos and caused the people to suffer greatly. In this time of uncertainty, the people found themselves yearning for change. Zhang Jiao, the leader of a religious sect known as the Way of Peace, fanned the flames of rebellion and formed an army. This uprising would later come to be known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The threat of the Yellow Turbans loomed like a dark cloud over the Han. Sensing their impending doom, the imperial court raised the call for troops across the land. Among those who answered was a man who fought on behalf of the people. His name was Liu Bei, and he was a descendant of Han royalty. Though we may have been born separately, we will die together as one. With this oath taken in the Peach Garden with his sworn brothers, Liu Bei joined the battle. For within his heart, there was no greater cause than to ease the people's suffering.
And now we actually have a new feature here in Dynasty Warriors 7 where you can actually talk to the peasants.
The person with the red mark above their head to begin the battle. Here, that person is Lord Guan Yu.
Yeah, sometimes the person with the red mark in their head change up too.
No, I am simply relieved.
Also,
are any of you injured?
as you may or may not have noticed, there's also a weapon shop. You can go to this weapon shop at any time and buy weapons. Unfortunately, I can't because all I have left to buy are ultimate weapons, which can only be acquired through a skill called smithing. Which means one thing, you'll have to wait all the way until the Jin story, that is if I didn't buy them first, in order for me to actually showcase me buying weapons here.
It's simply unbearable.
And some of these weapons will have seals. And you may need a blacksmith or the sealsmaster the sealsmaster seal in order for you to unlock seals.
The leader of the Yellow Turbans, Zhang Jiao, is around here somewhere.
Oh, and by the way, this is an achievement too.
Who are you all? I've never seen you before.
I'm not kidding, folks. Talking to every peasant throughout every single kingdom in Dynasty Warriors 7 is an achievement. So if you miss a few, you can just go back through the stage and talk to them.
The Imperial Army is just a bunch of bullies. Can we really
Now, about the Yellow Turban Rebellion. As you may or may not have known from one of my playthroughs, I mentioned that Zhang Jiao was actually an honorable man, letting his peasants stay there on the land, and due to the fact that the imperial court was the ones being the jerks, Zhang Jiao rose up in rebellion. In case you all haven't noticed by now, it's not just the imperial army that's being complete and total jerks as far as these peasants are concerned. No. Actually, it's the eunuchs. Everything that happens from here on in is the fault of the 10 eunuchs.
Most of the Yellow Turbans are just peasants. They just don't have enough food to get by.
See? I probably would have said that too, but he took the words right out of my mouth.
The rebellion of the Yellow Turbans is just another sign that this land is in turmoil.
And of course, there are a few peasants that'll say something slick of the mouth. You'll be interested to hear what kind of conversations they have. But mostly the peasants and the peasants and even the officers too will sometimes suck up to the character in question.
What's the big hurry?
Oh, and that was something else I forgot to bring up too. Unlike Dynasty Warriors 6 and backwards, there was something missing that should have been taken away for a long, long time. Especially in 6, seeing as how you weren't getting a bonus from it. And guess what they got rid of? The time limit! Thank you, God! In the Dynasty Warriors games, with the exception of 5, with the 5 series, anyway, 5 series in general, you didn't get any bonuses from the time it took you to actually beat this game. 7 corrected that and got rid of the time limit. Thank you! Oh, there was also some other things I forgot to mention. The new gimmicks of this game. Well, you can't charge your Musou anymore. You need a seal to regenerate your Musou at the expense of defense. 2. The second thing that has been added in is the weapons change. As you see in your screen I see on my screen right there, Liu Bei has a katana blade and his 2 swords, which I could use to right button and left button, well, I think the right button. Yeah, the right button to switch back and forth weapons, so long as I have some equipped. Also, the block button is just the block and strafe button, which is the left button. You can't grab anymore. They took out the grab, which is the most effective thing in Dynasty Warriors 6. And select is now actually the button to use to not only see where you are, but also tell you your mission objectives, as opposed to it being the horse button in Dynasty Warriors 6 and 6 Empires. No, the horse button is now the left trigger. And the right trigger, I forgot what that one does. I'll have to look that one up. I don't even know if it's used. Anyway, on horseback, Y is to jump on the horse. And last but not least, the only time, well, see, I just called a horse. And the only other timed upgrades you get, yeah, by time I mean like 5, 10, or 15 seconds. Something in that nature, but it's basically a 10-second upgrade. The only upgrade you'll get is a attack boost for 10 seconds, speed boost for 10 seconds, or defense boost for 10 seconds. There's no longer a Musou boost. Oh, Christ. I forgot they brought in the rock slide. Let's go after those guys. Oh, God, no! That was close. So close. Oh, God! And I got hit by another rock. Guan Yu? Really? Really? Anyway, that's basically me showing off the objective screen. Because, 1, I got lost, and 2, I also wanted to show that off to the audience just for the sake of showing it off. There's also the start screen, which, even though it's a great way for you to end the game, at the same time, it's also used for you to change out your weapons, show off, well, it's also used to add seals to your weapons. Okay, let me rephrase that. The start menu area is where you put your seals on your weapons, change out your weapons, and it also is where you want to unlock skills, because all those skills I just got from so many officers I just got finished slaying, all those skills points will go towards skills. Once you unlock all those skills, you'll get a special gallery for all the warriors that a special voice gallery. That's what I'm trying to say, for the warrior you recently unlocked. And unfortunately, I'm not getting lost this time. I had to go there in order to activate that event, because otherwise there would be a blockade. Yeah, I already killed Zhang Liang, so now it's time to kill Zhang Bao and get rid of the winds.
I believe there is a cliff to the south. We could use that as an attack route.
Oh, they also did something else to this game too. Remember in Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires where I was just jumping up cliffs and taking huge leaps of faith? Well, they restricted the huge leaps of faith to certain areas, and also you can only jump up certain cliffs. Well, wait, actually you can't jump up certain cliffs. No way, yeah, actually you can. I had to think about that for a second. Because there's certain cliffs, certain platforming sections you can jump up, as opposed to jumping up the side of a steep cliff. Which made most graphics and background lovers just cringe. I don't know why it did, but it did. Now these kind of cliffs you could jump up. But the steep cliffs like in Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires and 6 too, because 6 is guilty of that, you can't do that. You can still swim, you can still climb ladders. And later on in the game, I'll showcase that off. You can also ride cannons, well, basically ride cannons and juggernauts. And you can also use ballistas and catapults. Just for the sake of using them. And I was just wondering why my weapon isn't doing much damage. That, and I was also showcasing off the skills. In case nobody heard what I said, I was just wondering why my weapon wasn't doing much damage. And let me switch blades because, well, that particular blade is not that great due to the fact that there's no seals on there. Sometimes I hate it when the computer does that. You know, when I got seals on my weapons and then take them to story mode, for the sake of the story, they delete the seals. I don't know why they do that. It can be really aggravating.
How did you get here?
Oh, ambushes! I hate to change the subject on you guys. I apologize for that. But that's the other thing, ambushes. You can just jump from high depths, or just walk up behind enemies, and it'll be considered an ambush. Which kinda sucks as far as, Liu Bei is concerned. Well, that is, Liu Bei's being played by the computer. See, the computer sometimes does ambushes as well. Not just in this game, but Conquest mode indefinitely. It's kinda hard for Liu Bei to pull off an ambush. I mean, you know he's coming. And in this game, every time you have a run-in with Liu Bei, it changes his theme song. And speaking of run-ins, we're about to have a run-in with Zhang Jiao of the Yellow Turbans. And as with all Yellow Turban battles, you always have a different gimmick. 5, 6, it was the Phantom Soldiers and the Tornadoes. In this game, it's Fiery Pillars. And those pillars hurt. Even on easy and beginner. I'm not kidding. So the first thing you want to do, ignore Zhang Jiao for the sake of your health. Even though Liu Bei has a double bar of health, ignore Zhang Jiao and go after the pots. Thank God he doesn't summon Phantom Soldiers in this game. Once you get rid of the pots, the fires will go away. Then you can fight Zhang Jiao fairly. Oh, funny thing, Zhang Jiao is not leveled up in any way, shape, or form at all. As a matter of fact, I didn't even finish his skills yet. So that makes this an easy battle.
Man of your indecision hope to achieve by defeating me.
All I desire is an end to the chaos.
You fool. The Han's days are over. Defeating me won't stop anything at all.
Perhaps that is so. But wherever people are suffering, I will be there.
You are so naive, you poor deluded fool. That naivety of yours will bring great suffering to those close to you. Ah.
Was his dream to save the people and the land itself destined to go unrealized? Thanks in large part to the efforts of Liu Bei, the Yellow Turban Rebellion came to a much welcomed end. Afterwards, he continued to fight on behalf of the people, but the chaos showed no signs of abating. Meanwhile, the Han imperial court lost the last vestiges of its authority and influence. It was then that the nobleman Yuan Shao rose up. We must slay the 10 eunuchs who are responsible for this corruption. He gathered together various warlords and eliminated the eunuchs. However, an even greater threat loomed over the assembled warlords. And that threat had a name, Dong Zhuo, a brutal warlord feared far and wide. Dong Zhuo manipulated the young emperor, soon ruling the capital through violence and fear. In response, Yuan Shao assembled the various warlords and formed a coalition against the tyrant. Rather than lament the endless chaos, Liu Bei wished to help the people who were suffering. And so, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei found themselves heading to join the Allied camp. Before the sworn brothers stood the formidable gates of Sishui and Hulao.
Alrighty then. We now get to play as Guan Yu in the elimination of Dong Zhuo. Dong Zhuo, sorry. Evil glare for the win. Holy crap!
I see one or two famous faces here today. Yes. Not only do we have Yuan Shao, the leader of the Alliance, but its instigator Cao Cao as well. Yuan Shu, Sun Jian, quite a list of dignitaries. Ah. And yet our brother is still unknown. At least, until we defeat Dong Zhuo here today, that is.
And in the next episode, that's exactly what we're going to do in part 2. This is RPMan985. Oh, this is gonna be fun. See you guys next time. Oh, and just for the record, I think Cheng Zhao's face, the way he had that look, that would give kids nightmares. See you guys!